Meow. Okay, let me set up my screen share. Okay, you see it? Okay. Oh, I see 2 extra people there. Boop. Okay. Merry Christmas, everybody. I'm here with Glitchy and Red Universe Mickey. So, so it's 5 p.m. from where I am, and and what we're gonna do for this Christmas stream. There's something I actually want to react to. There's this new Toontown server called Toontown Event Horizon. They did these. They did this thing called a Horizon Talks. They only did like 4 of them, and I'm actually in their Event Horizon server. So we're gonna look through all the Horizon Talks. There's like only 4 of them, and the first one and the second one are like 20 minutes long, and the other 2 are like don't even reach to 20 minutes, but probably gonna be like it's probably gonna be an hour of us just looking at Horizon Talks. So we're gonna start off with the first one. Okay. Now, okay. Now I'm setting that up. Okay. You can see it, right, Mickey? Alright. So this is the first Horizon Talk, which was in 2022 on March.
Hello everyone, I'm Pants, the lead game director of upcoming fan MMO Toontown Event Horizon.
Howdy everybody, I'm Cyberbite, but you can call me Retro. I'm the 2D visual arts lead for the upcoming fan MMO Toontown Event Horizon.
Hi everyone, I'm Kenzan Plays, but you can call me Ken for short. I'm the lead community manager of Toontown Event Horizon, and I'm glad to be able to help keep the peace between players where I can.
Welcome to the very first edition of Horizon Talks. This will be the first video of our YouTube channel, and the first of many more informative videos about the game to be released periodically. For this first video, our voices are actually pre-recorded, but the presentation format is subject to further development, and we might see something different in the future.
You may have been directed here through our lead's socials or through the Toontown Event Horizon Twitter launched last week. Toontown Event Horizon is a fan game MMORPG based on the original Toontown Online. Event Horizon strives to further evolve the game in a world that we all choose to hold on to.
We're compiling this info video together for 2 reasons. To describe our history and our structure as a project team, and to set the preface of Event Horizon and what type of game experience players would be expecting us to create.
In the following order, we will be covering these topics in different sections. Our project history, including our split from former project Toontown Galaxy, our current direction, previews for the game, and answering submitted questions. I will leave the timestamps for these sections for you to skip ahead, or if you're watching live, you may tune back in at the following times. We have a lot to talk about, and we have a lot to show, so please stick around.
So, without further ado, let us begin the discussion.
Some of you may already be aware that Toontown Event Horizon is a derivative project stemming from the now defunct Toontown Galaxy, or TTG. Many members of the staff team for Event Horizon, including Pants and Retro, were formerly working for TTG under its own management. Toontown Galaxy was a small Toontown private server project that started in 2020 with very ambitious visions, promising to become one of the most ambitious Toontown servers in existence, with new gags, new playgrounds, new cogs, and more. These large-scope goals, though proclaimed by many to be unrealistic, attracted many prospective developers, artists, and creators to support the project and help it become reality.
When I first joined the TTG team in December 2020 as a composer, I slowly found out on the inside that the game had made very little progress, despite its 2-year-long history of promoting and seeking great heights for a Toontown server. To quote the former project lead, "We don't have something that defines Toontown Galaxy yet." So, ideas for gameplay began flowing through my head, and I began writing.
Meanwhile, I had been hired as one of the several concept artists working for the team, and while working there, Pants had privately contacted me and another dev that's also currently working for TTEVH. He wanted us to help him make a presentation for a battle system revamp along with his game ideas.
Helping the team realize both current ideas and my own new ideas, I worked my way up to become TTG's lead producer, and we were finally on a roll. Artworks were being produced, game features were being coded, teasers were planned, deadlines were met. What seemed like a pipe dream for years was finally turning the page from concept to reality.
The first trailer for Toontown Galaxy was released on February 1st, another teaser was uploaded on the February 5th. Hype was being built, and the team was expanding. And for once, the light of release was in sight. There was a game coming. However, this hype was short-lived. On February 14th, the project suddenly announced its closure.
2 nights beforehand, I returned home from class to see that most of my friends suddenly left the project. Privately, I was contacted by them to see the reason why. In short, there was severe misconduct committed by another lead about the team environment and people's concerns about its safety. This all happened in a formal complaint that only the other leads were involved in, and I was given very little context by the other leads post-mortem before I began investigating the issue for myself. After seeing everything that had occurred, I stood with my afflicted colleagues and demanded reforms to the TTG staff team, holding every asset and every line of code I've helped produce up to this point hostage unless change was enforced. However, the damage was too much, and all of the other leads ended up resigning. In the end, I ultimately chose to dissolve Toontown Galaxy and to reclaim everything that was left.
With 3 months of work in limbo, we worked together to migrate our progress out of the old cloud drives and repositories. We had actually planned to rebrand TTG to a new name long before its closure, and so, a new project was born out of the ashes, Toontown Event Horizon. After recovering from the events of TTG's closure, we began rebuilding our team structure entirely by appointing new leads and finding new and closely trusted talent. With frequent consultation with other fellow team members, I personally handle our internal guidelines to ensure that the team environment is safe and welcoming for both talents, young and old.
In addition, Event Horizon's technical team has been repopulated with closely trusted recruits and experienced advisors. The infrastructures for social media management, website security, source code security, etc. are currently being completely redone from scratch. Toontown Galaxy's website and Discord server were prone to several attacks, leaks, and malicious raids. Our website and socials have restarted development with this in mind. Ensuring that these types of vulnerabilities are prevented, not amended for, is key for the safety of our staff, our work, and our players.
Both mistakes and miracles were made in Toontown Galaxy, and it is our utmost priority to learn from the mistakes made just as much as we expand upon the miracles.
Toontown Event Horizon's development continues from the work made in the final 3 months of Toontown Galaxy, starting in December 2021. The contents planned for the initial Q1 2022 testing phase still remain intact, albeit delayed for project migration and quality assurance. There is no new testing date confirmed yet, unfortunately.
However, our goals for Event Horizon have been adjusted to shoot for something more realistic, yet just as unique and innovative. Our staff team currently sits at a total of 27 members, 11 members formerly working for Toontown Galaxy, and 16 new members introduced after Event Horizon development returned to full operations.
Although our team may be ever expanding, we are still humbly small. Scope and realistic deadlines are critical parts of the game development cycle, and it's best to set ambitions that can actually be reached in a reasonable time frame. Good creative leadership accounts for hype and momentum, but it also accounts for potential burnouts and ensuring the comfort of our team members. We work in a way that lets us harmonize our strengths, yet still back up for each other's weaknesses.
One of the most common questions we've received about Event Horizon is, what will set apart this game from other Toontown projects we've seen with big ambitions before? Toontown Event Horizon is better described as a fan game that portrays the future of Toontown Online, rather than an alternate universe or reinterpretation. Our development is currently focused into 3 major aspects of the game: artistic story and world building, the turn-based battle system, and player customization.
Toontown Event Horizon does not aim to add upon or replace the original Toontown Online game experience. The original Toontown experience has been remade several times before to phenomenal degrees of quality, and so making another attempt on the same formula would simply be redundant. Instead, most of the original game's features, such as minigames, states, and activities, will either be absent or reintroduced in a completely new way.
Our goal is to completely overhaul the core game loop of cog battles and task lines to ensure that each battle, each encounter, and each story beat is unique and handcrafted for an immersive gameplay experience. Combat, art, and story, intertwined, come first. Any feature outside of the core game loop is sidelined almost completely in order for us to efficiently focus on making the main game and story as engaging as possible.
By doing so, we strive to exist adjacent to other servers, not as a competitor, but rather as a complement that offers an inspired yet non-identical experience. It might not necessarily be Toontown, but it's the part of it that we grasp and choose to create more of.
From the very start, the base game of Event Horizon will be rebuilt from the ground up with the modularity to support many additions with ease. The Battle Calculator, an infamously outdated module of original Toontown code used to handle cog battles, has been recreated entirely to allow for new battle mechanics and other interactions. Classic RPG mechanics not present in the original game, such as status effects, impactful abilities, and enemy specialties, will not only become realized, but will become commonplace and a staple to our encounter design and balancing. Every battle aims to be unique. We are still aiming for new gags, new playgrounds, and especially new enemies, but our development approach will be additive and will build upon a pre-established base. The whole game won't be released at once, but rather in either smaller updates readjusting game features or episodic updates portraying the story. In fact, the first testing phase of the game will only contain a single small area, yet one that tests every game mechanic and shows plot importance to the best of its compactability. Despite expanding upon the existing MMO base, our workflow is much more akin to that of an indie game or fan game, with more creativity and building ground up in mind.
Veterans of the original Toontown Online are our primary audience. Please note that we will be raising the recommended age minimum for Event Horizon. The game itself will aim for an E10 and up rating, meaning no swearing, no overly crude humor, and no explicit violence, so that younger players with parental discretion can still enjoy Event Horizon along with older players. Pirates of the Caribbean Online, another now defunct Disney MMO that was also rated E10 and up, will act as one of our main points of reference for moderation and family friendliness.
The 2 video teasers for Toontown Galaxy made in February are canon, by the way. So without saying too much, our story does get dark, but the fun is never lost. That's all I can really say. Yes. And so, we held on.
We hope that this gives you a good idea on what to expect from Event Horizon. We cannot reveal too much right now, but we would like to show you some of our in-development progress throughout our time in TTG and TTEVH.
Alright, this is the fun part.
Shipment has been processed. The South Wing exhibit is now open for display.
We would like to give you a special preview of Toontown Event Horizon's first new battle feature, the Atomic Gag Track. Created from an endless endeavor of experiment and entropy, atomic gags harness the chaotic power of atoms, a ton of maniacal science, to slowly and silently, subtly subdue suits with inside jokes before surging through with a sudden, supernatural, severe, and seriously silly atomic blast. We will explain how Atomic works in the near future, but we can't go into detail quite yet. For now, here's a clip that the devs sneakily slipped under our door. Please enjoy the following previews as a first look into the world of Toontown Event Horizon.
With the end of our previews, we'd like to conclude this video with a Q&A. On the Toontown Event Horizon Twitter, we posted a form asking for your questions about the project, and the time has come for us to answer. Toontown is oftentimes viewed as an easy game, with some people believing it cannot be made difficult without unfair design decisions. How will Toontown Event Horizon make a tough but fair experience for all players?
One of Toontown Online's biggest gameplay flaws, especially in the battle system, is its low bandwidth in player choices. You choose one action per turn, which typically only does one thing, deal damage, heal, lure, etc. In order for the opposition to grow in impact and still be fair, the players themselves must also be given better ability to dish out flexible, high-impact moves. Thus, the game will empower the players just as much as it empowers the challenge. There will be much more involvement in a single turn than just picking the right gag or the right combo, through new mechanics both in player choice and in enemy counter-offense. Please note that these mechanics may not all be available at the start of testing. And most of all, we are more concerned about something being boring than being OP. If it's fun and not game-breaking or polarizing, power to the player, honestly. We'll be monitoring each power spike to ensure that one playstyle does not dominate over the rest.
Since both Galaxy and Event Horizon have an outer spacey sounding name, will there be sci-fi elements in Event Horizon?
Yes. Sci-fi and cartoony themes go hand in hand in Event Horizon. Science won't be the only theme highlighted, but we will be taking a lot of inspiration from our favorite medias about space travel, the atomic age, etc.
Will there be difficulty settings designed for veterans and skilled players?
Although we will enforce a minimum difficulty to keep the game engaging, there will be new features that will put it in the player's hands to create their own personalized blend between a smooth casual experience or an intense rewarding challenge. So yes, I think you could say the difficulty will be configurable.
Are you using Toontown Galaxy's codebase? If so, Galaxy used leaked code, which is not ethical.
Throughout its history, before our current devs on the Event Horizon team joined the scene, Toontown Galaxy has unfortunately been a host of developer malpractices and stolen work. An archive repository of Toontown Galaxy's source code, released shortly after its closure, is evidence of this. However, our current developers have created every new feature separately from this codebase, without interference from any unlicensed code.
As part of migration out of TTG and into Event Horizon, all of our original features were ported to a clean source, and any stolen code was completely wiped out. From now on, any code not directly made by Event Horizon staff will only be pulled with express permission, or from archives with open source licensing like COG Invasion Online. Our ears are always open to collaboration and new implementations as long as it's done in a professional and work-respecting manner.
Who is paying for server funds? Will real-world money be a factor in this game whatsoever?
Toontown Event Horizon is an entirely non-profit fan project funded by volunteers on the team such as myself. Outside of internal volunteer funding, there will be no monetary transactions involved with the game in any capacity.
When will a public Discord be opened? So far, we have launched our Twitter and YouTube for current reveals. In the near future, there will be another reveal that will mark the launch of our website, the staff application system, and our public Discord server. Please stay tuned to this channel or to Toontown Event Horizon on Twitter to be up to speed when that time comes. What is the team's game design philosophy regarding gag types, old and new?
Toontown Online's original gag tracks are very simple and easy to pick up in nature. In Toontown Event Horizon, we want our gag tracks to remain similar in fluidity and elegance so that players won't feel like they're solving a puzzle just to make an entire track work. However, there will be a large focus on skill ceiling increases, innovative combos, and potential for speed optimization or high-impact plays in battle. Situational multi-track synergy will be encouraged as equally as single-track unison. There is no single solution that dominates the game. Yes, lore is nerfed. Yes, sound is nerfed. We have our own unique ways to keep them viable in the future. In addition, players will not always have the same options in every battle. Flexibility and variance are key.
Are there going to be new bosses?
Yes. For turn-based battles, the system for what are known as mini-bosses will be expanded beyond single encounters. As for real-time boss fights, although they're not currently a priority, we have been experimenting with modifications to the original 4 COG bosses. As Event Horizon's developments continue to expand, we hope we can add new real-time boss designs, areas, and mechanics to the checklist.
Will there be new COG and Toon species, or just redesigns of the original ones?
Absolutely. Toons and COGs will see many new variations, and Toons will be able to customize their appearance in many new ways. Although we plan to revamp some old designs, we will stay true to appearances in classic Toontown Online media, such as the trading card art and other brand art.
Is there a new COG faction?
Actually, somewhat thinking really out beyond old traditions. I don't know. We'll see what the future holds.
Okay. Will the game have horror elements?
Event Horizon's story is very subversive of what you would expect out of Toontown. The overall narrative is deep, dramatic, and fierce, though still in moderation to keep the game just as toony as it is dark. With that said, we will be very open to delving into just the right amount of scary elements to make the opposition keep the player on their toes. Anything can happen. That's E10, of course.
Is this game using the base Toontown game and building off of it, like Corporate Clash? Or are you building a new game from the ground up with engines like Unity or Unreal Engine?
Similar to other previous Toontown servers, we will be running on heavy modifications to the original Toontown base game in Panda 3D.
What is the team's background in game development?
Although our game developers' backgrounds vary, most of their experiences in common include hobbyist programming and extensive experimental coding on their own sandboxes of the Toontown source code. As lead game director, I provide a small hand in prototyping and implementing features I create game design concepts for. However, my capabilities are far exceeded by the devs.
Will Toontown Event Horizon have a tropical theme?
We plan to explore many new themes in the future as part of our push for new playgrounds. And there you have it, tropical is one of them. It won't be in the game for a while, but we have many concepts for new areas in development that will spice up the atmosphere in each encounter.
Do you have a quality assurance team?
Currently, the quality assurance of our backends, such as server strength and website, is self-operated and stress-tested by other staff members. Game design QA is handled through formal playtests conducted by myself on trusted peers of diverse backgrounds, ranging from tournament-level video game competitors to elders at a nursing home. However, when testing opens for the game, Toontown Online veterans and content creators will be our first priority for alpha testers to provide tact feedback and help us ensure a smooth gameplay experience.
Hey!
Have you considered not using any of the base playgrounds? What would you say the general difficulty level will be relative to existing servers? We don't necessarily want to be more difficult than other servers, but at the same time, we want to make sure that the player isn't lost or frustrated overly. So I would say the typical difficulty will be a bit above usual, but it won't rise like to overclocked levels every single battle, for example. Like, it's got to have that valence. Like, some battles are going to be super hard, some battles are going to be pretty easy. In general, it's always supposed to feel like you can find a solution. What do you think is the biggest challenge for making Event Horizon? I think it's got to be polishing everything we've made. Doing the prototyping is fun, but making sure that it's at its absolute best. It takes a lot of time, a lot of reiteration. You got to go through the same design process over and over again. It can feel tedious, but that's just kind of how design goes. You got to be able to stick to something and make it better. What makes you think the project will make it when many others have failed? Well, we kind of did already for a bit. But
Hey, Jackson.
hey, I personally say it would take a lot of dedication to your work to be able to bounce back from dark times like that. So I have faith in myself and in the team. I think with our progress and our direction, with our capabilities and our passion, with our willingness to keep on holding on even when our project was at the brink of death, with all of that, I think we've got a shot. I'm gonna be honest, I think we got a shot. And of course, the most important question out of this entire Q&A, soft shell or hard shell tacos? Well,
What?
I can't exactly provide a consensus for myself, but I put it to a vote. There you go. Looks like you fought a hard battle. 15-7. Yeah, I'll go now. Thank you very much for joining
Honestly,
us
I would
for our very
prefer
first
soft tacos,
Horizon Talks.
because
We
I
look
eat
forward to seeing the
quesadillas.
great things we can make for Event Horizon. And we'll see you next time. I'm Pants, lead game director.
I'm Retro, 2D visual arts lead.
I'm Kenson, the lead community manager.
And we're signing off. Stay safe and hold on.
Okay, that was the first Horizon talk. On to number 2.
It says down there. Yeah, very close. So,
Yep.
Hi, I'm Kenson Plays, the social media lead of Event Horizon. We can't wait to show you.
Kenson, what did I tell you about recording our dev talk show in the middle of the empty void of space? I swear, you might as well have your pajamas on.
Oops, just a second. I actually do have my pajama pants on.
Who's the king of pets? Not you.
Hey,
Last
I know
Friday.
that guy.
You saw something that may have raised several questions.
Is that anime real? Was that axolotl? Who's Alpha? Ohio? Why is it so red? What's it counter for?
I would like to formally introduce you to Event Horizon's first story snippet, Hideout. Only one of many more to come, and one of the many ways Event Horizon will depict its story alongside the game. The Event Horizon animation team and I look forward proudly to opening
Who did that?
windows
Who
into
did
the
that? I
world we
heard
have created
spaghetti.
together.
Why is the game called Event Horizon? Two major thematic components. Heavy involvement of space, and the point of no return. What either of these components mean will remain a mystery for now.
What color will the atomic gag track be? Orange.
What is the short name for Toontown and Horizon?
Hey, I was Bright Star.
The last time I
know
saw
her.
someone call it TTEH, not a very flattering acronym.
Will the Astrobot HQ be released right away when the game is open? No. Astrobots will roam the world at the start. But their HQ, however, will be a distance away.
Will the game
Just
take
like
place
Boardbot
in space?
HQ.
Space is undoubtedly an important aspect of Event Horizon. You'll see soon enough. If you're creating a sequel for Toontown, does that mean the VP, CFO, CJ, and CEO won't be in the game anymore? Or will they be reimagined with new tricks, mechanics, etc.? The original bosses have a very strong involvement with the game's storyline, but they may not be as easily accessed as they originally were in Toontown Online. When they are seen again, however,
Green, what's
expect a
9 plus 10?
refreshing experience that intermingles
Either
the past
19
with the
or
future.
21.
Will you have set gag paths, or can
Or
you pick
probably
tracks at
910.
any time? There will only be a handful of tracks that you can pick at the very start, but tracks can be swapped out with relative
Are
ease.
there plans to have more endgame activities other than farming the same boss for the same rewards? Variance is key. There will be many different encounters. There will also be many different ways to experience and mix up these encounters. What matters a lot to us is replayability and making sure that the game itself matters more than the grind.
Will the deathline work more like the one in Carbon Clash or Toontown Origin? Fans,
Will there be any new models, such as new buildings, street lamps, or cockheads?
Cable play, let's go with it. Oh.
Do the cogs have more powerful abilities planned? In my opinion, one of the biggest problems with adding new cog types, and honestly, it's a flaw with Toontown battles in general, is many of the cogs really doing the same thing. An example, a Computer and a Headhunter in a CO fight are really the same cog. They don't do anything but deal single target damage. With their aim for less repetitive and more unique battles, many of the cog attacks were given a secondary effect, healing and creating a side effect, which can activate under certain conditions.
How will Event Horizon deal with the grind-heavy aspects that were present in Toontown Online? Grind will not define the core game loop of Event Horizon. Skill and strategy will have to be proven and will be the greater focus of the game. The story itself will not be overly demanding of either aspect.
With the story taking place in the future, will there be a dark side to the story? A future where Cogs had some success in taking over, perhaps? The story takes place after the closure of Toontown Online. With this in mind, interpret each revelation of Event Horizon's story as you wish, and create the theories that seem most fitting. So, there most likely will be some dark sides.
With the game having new shaders and lighting changes, will there be an option to change the graphic settings of the game? We're not trained to fry your computer, so as far as lighting effects and shaders will be toggleable. However, I have to say that the general art style is developed with those effects in mind.
Can we play Event Horizon on a controller instead of a keyboard? Controller support is being considered. Control schemes are being designed to allow for gameplay without a mouse, thus allowing remapping software to enable controller gameplay.
Although far from complete, our current prototype of the gag UI allows for cycling between tracks and gag choices using the movement keys. We hope to show you more developments on this UI as it progresses. And now with that out of the way, let's...
Sorry, I gotta get that. That's my stove.
Wait, did you leave your stove on? We're live!
It's important! Apparently these are some special rocket chicken eggs. Yeah, apparently these are like super special.
Warning, unidentified robot has been spotted in the area. Remain in your homes and do not answer any doorbells until the all-clear signal has been made.
Just a second!
Robot may have the appearance of a rocket chicken that has been seen laying eggs.
Uh-oh. Oh, that's Rocketeer.
What on earth is a rocket chicken?
Slain by test dummy training card.
Sometimes the stars are brighter than they seem. Sometimes the world will push you beyond your capabilities. And when the unexpected happens, sometimes you need to improvise.
It's a bright day in a crazy world. And the unexpected is only a blink of an eye away. Let me ask you a question real quick. If you had to fight a robot chicken out in the wild, what would you do?
Bink.
When the unexpected happens, sometimes you need to improvise.
Bonk.
Welcome to Bonk, the second new gag track to be added to Toontown Event Horizon. A densely packed foil to the scientifically advanced atomic track, Bonk engages in a primitive and direct form of humor, hand-to-hand combat. Or I guess, hand-to-comical blunt object to head combat, whatever floats your boat. Lift up high, leap like a frog, and go for the noggin! As soon as you make contact with the cog, they are inflicted with stagger, pushing them backward by a small amount and weakening their attack damage for that turn. When the stagger effect ends, the cog steps forward, but their unsteady footing will guide them hazily, directly, into any trap. With artful use of stagger, you can leave enemies right where you want them and ward off heavy incoming damage with aggression. Bonk gags are played between sound and throw in the gag track order. Its attack power hails between the ranges of squirt and throw, dishing out middle tier damage with good utility to keep a longer fight in your favor. Keep up the pace and make the best of a hot situation by getting your hands dirty. And use your quick hand to topple even the mightiest of foes with strength and situational control. Reliable for both defense and offense in a pinch, Bonk rewards your tenacious style with new potential for survivability and forethought strategy. Now with 9 different gag tracks, every gag will be refactored and rebalanced to hold a unique role in Event Horizon's battle system.
We will be making a new gag track spotlight video to be released sometime in Q3. Be sure to keep a lookout on our YouTube channel when it arrives.
When the opposition turns up the heat, you either burn or you cook. So the question remains, what's cooking?
Is Event Horizon running on a different game engine, or is it still using Panda
Hammer Band, but nerf.
Service?
Okay, Doy.
We've considered other options, but creating an entire new MMORPG framework from scratch on a new engine is a very hefty project, not suitable for what we're aiming for. Thus, we've decided to stick with Panda 3D.
Will Event Horizon be released on Steam or other similar game websites?
Toontown Rewritten makes files available for everyone to use in content and fan projects, while other servers like Corporate Clash encrypt their files and have a strict no-use policy. What will be Event Horizon's policy on use of Event Horizon-specific assets? We're generally quite open to the use of our assets, and so we'll be opening up our options in various ways sometime in the future.
If someone wants to apply to the team, could they apply as a learning experience, or does the applicant need a past or current skill set?
Well, I would say it depends on the petition. You generally don't need to have I don't know, AAA level skill set, although you would need a solid base to build application page.
We on the team learn a lot from each other, and while we do have a standard to uphold, we always strive to improve our skills with every new iteration and every new work that we do.
Is the offline going to work similarly to Corporate Clash or Toontown Rewritten? Toontown's offline is honestly rather basic compared to the modern MMO. A good way to make it deeper is increasing the amount of players' choices within it. For example, a large portion of the quests will be optional, and your choices will determine the endpoint you get to. Although, of course, there's a small base set of required tasks. The rest of the quests makes the system unlike anything I've seen in Toontown.
Will the game have modding supports and a dedicated website for mods? A specific website for mods would not work very well.
I think they mean it as content packs, like
and because
texture
modding
changes
online games in general tends to be difficult past
I
client-side modifications such as skins and textures, which would already exist in content packs. However, we're discussing ways to increase the community's involvement in the game's development process, creating new ways for the community to express themselves within the game itself.
What accessibility options will be in place for players? A colorblind mode or one-handed navigation? Anything like that? Accessibility is an important aspect of user experience design. Many techniques will be implemented to allow players with disabilities to enjoy Event Horizon equally with others. If you have any particular inquiries, please feel free to contact us with details.
What is planned for the YouTube channel after the game releases and the podcast is finished, if anything? Well, I can tell you one thing for sure, Horizon Talks isn't going anywhere anytime soon. We'll keep going on. Along with story snippets, you can expect to see even more. It all comes down to what creative things we can come up with in the future. Introducing Overcogs. It's simple addition, really. Overcogs are a new genre of cogs, overleveled cogs. Well, that seems simple enough. Overcogs display their level in a matter of level plus overlevel. However, their HP and damage formulas vary slightly from their regular predecessors, based specifically on their overlevel, and they receive access to new attacks and talents for toons to watch out for. Overcogs allow for more powerful cogs in various ways to spice up battles, requiring more skillful tactics in order to... Wiz, did you seriously just summon a level 1 million Rocketeer?
Actually, it's level 10 plus 99.
Event Horizon's very first specialist, the Backburner, enters the fray in a blaze, burning up both toons and cogs in equal measure as she silently strives to assert her superiority. A type of cog that has ascended beyond the corporate paradigm, specialists are members of a cog department with both passive and active talents that raise the pressure when faced with toons. These talents may include stat scaling, movement, cog row increases, and more. Specialists may be found nearly anywhere, in very low rates on streets and courtyards, and in much higher concentrations inside of COG HQs, buildings, and facilities. Significant in gameplay, story, or both, specialists add a new layer to COG fights, and their presence won't easily be dismissed. The Backburner is an in-game adaptation of Bougie, a pre-existing original character created by concept artist Sin. In collaboration with her creator, Bougie's in-game incarnation is a display of character art, modeling and texturing, and battle design and programming, all converging to make one idea come to life. And this is only the first.
A full gameplay test featuring EVH staff members fighting against this fiery foe will be recorded and released in early July. We'll be burning the candle on both ends to deliver a dazzling first impression, so keep your heads up for more about Bougie and other upcoming specialists in the near future.
What are the team's favorite Astrobots?
We put it to a vote in the staff server, and it seems we still have a bit of a split decision. But me personally, Moonwalker's definitely up there.
Looks like observing
they
the
then
stars
changed
while piloting a
Moonwalker
rocket is
to
fine.
Moonlighter.
What does that mean? Wait.
We mixed our rocketser and astronaut.
That's such a cheesy line. Why'd you write that in? And most importantly, another poll for the staff team. Soft tacos or softer tacos?
What?
Soft tacos.
I don't know. Like, what? I want to hear your guys' input first. Soft tacos or softer tacos?
What's the difference?
I don't know what
Okay, okay. I'm gonna assume you haven't had a taco before, Wizard. No offense, Kenson. By soft taco,
Does quesadillas
what is
does
like
quesadillas
the
count?
threshold at which a taco is too soft to be considered soft and must be called like softer? Like, is there like some sort of scale, like the Richter scale on the composition?
Sorry.
Of the taco
Taco
shell?
scale? As long as it doesn't break and fall apart, then I would consider it soft.
I mean, I'm just saying, there comes a point where a taco shell is too soft to be considered a taco. At that point, you might as well have a burrito. And that concludes...
No, wait.
And of course, there's one more thing. All cogs from the original Toontown Online are receiving a facelift. Inspired by their Series 3 trading card appearances, mixed in with original design liberties, every old cog receives a new model and portrait to reflect on the look they couldn't quite achieve 2 decades ago. It sure is nice to see a refreshment on these enemies of the past.
You may notice that these trading cards depict several new species of toons. In fact, we would like to clarify that all of these species will be available in the game over time, and more.
But it's not just the Toons we're worried about. Long ago, these astral adversaries joined this world, September 19, 2013.
Astrobots are the embodiment of the expansion of Cogs Incorporated and the new standard for modern cogs to follow.
According to legend, they brought a great unknown power from the cosmos back to their home planet. But they only waited until the very end to show up. Why is that?
In Toontown's most dark hour, the Astrobots automate themselves towards one specific directive.
All under one grand directive. Oh, won't you look at the time? I'm afraid we're about to reach the end, which is very close to that, whatever time it says down there. Yeah, very close. So, no more answers from us, I'm afraid. But now the time has come once again for you to ask the questions. What worlds are next to explore in Event Horizon? Who is this stranger that ponders her home? What happened on that dreadful day, September 19th, 2013, the day everything came to an end? And just what does that strange circular symbol mean? Join us again next quarter of 2022 as we dive in deep into our dreams. This is the Toontown Event Horizon staff team, signing off. It's been a pleasure, and we'll see you next time on Horizon Talks. I decided to save one question for last because I feel like it's something that needs my utmost attention. What inspired you to make Event Horizon? And what keeps you going? Because it's fun. I don't need any other reason. There's a lot of history regarding Toontown servers, both of the present and of the past. What works, what doesn't work, each project team's strengths or weaknesses, etc. And I absolutely am not trying to start a fire or anything or call out any server in particular because this is a statement in general about passion projects, no matter what field or industry you serve. Out of any passion project I see that ends up meeting its downfall, one of the main reasons and flaws that ends up on top of its ashes I've observed is vanity. When the leadership becomes obsessed with becoming the next big thing, when they only want to wash out the competition, and then nobody can see eye to eye on scope or goals or the vision of the thing that they want to create, nobody will have faith in each other, and then the project will collapse. That's something that could have happened to us several times. That's something many of us have already experienced the hard way, and everything could have just fell apart at any time. Again. But what set us different was that when I fell apart, Retro and Selly backed me up. When Selly and Retro fell apart, I backed them up. When Wiz kept saying that, oh, I might have to quit the project because of school. I'm sorry about that, by the way. No offense. I know that what we do works because we rely on each other. I think the Toontown community is headed in a very bright direction. I don't just mean our project either. I'm talking about the whole community. Every single individual way that we celebrate this game. Everyone. I always hope that it gets better. I always act to see how it can get better. And this is one of the ways that we are contributing to that. I don't want Toontown Event Horizon to be seen as the next big server. I just want it to be a server. And I want our reflection upon this place we call home to stand up next to everyone else's with pride and glory. And I think we all have a part in making every server, not just mine, not just Rewritten, not just Clash, not just any other that you can name. I want to see that bright future come to reality. And I see it happening because I believe in this community. And I believe in my team. So much talent, so much passion. I can't wait for us to do more. Thank you.
Dang, I didn't notice that one. I legit didn't notice that. Okay. On to number 3.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Horizon Talks 3. This is Lead Director Pants here to introduce you to the latest reports on the development progress of Toontown Event Horizon. For those new to the project or in need of a quick recap, Toontown Event Horizon is a fan-made MMORPG that depicts the events of Toontown Online after its closure on September 19th, 2013. Since the formation of the project in February this year, we've revealed several upcoming features for the game, outlined in a roadmap graphic displaying our development goals for 2022. These include our 2 exclusive gag tracks, Atomic and Bonk, as well as the inclusion of tougher enemies such as Overcogs and Specialists. In the description, we've included a table of contents to show the video's topics, as well as help with skipping ahead once the premiere is finished. The 2022 roadmap will be fully revealed as anticipated. We'll also be discussing ease of access within the game, as well as our sights for a major graphical overhaul of Toontown itself before the start of public testing. We've long waited for this day, so let's cut to the chase. Ready? Draw.
I use my hand.
Toontown Event Horizon's battle system contains 9 gag tracks. The original 7 that we all know and love, Atomic with its explosive chaos, and Bonk with its head-on slapstick. As a team, you and your friends can create powerful combos using different gags to attack together, or if you fill an important role in support. However, as an individual, Toontown has always kept one restriction in its battle system, and that is the fact that you can only do one thing at a time. In Toontown
I
Online,
use my mind.
This would mean you can only commit to one gag, one doodle trick, one SOS card, or one pink slip per turn. And today, we reveal our defining game changer. One that makes breaking this limitation more familiar than the back of your hand. We now present to you the Hollow Hand. This is the defining feature of Toontown Event Horizon's battle system. The Hollow Hand is a state-of-the-art device available to all Toons who engage in battle. This little piece of Palm hardware puts a new form of battle abilities known as holo cards right at your fingertips. Constructed of pure light and silly science, the holo card manifests into powerful attacks, versatile abilities, and other tide-turning effects all in the blink of an eye. During gag selection, click a holo card to play.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Some cards, such as gag lifts, are played instantly. Other cards, such as Bash, are played on a target such as a cog or another tune. Some of the first holo cards we've tested in-game include the following. Bash, a card that instantly hits a cog with ethereal damage, similar to Atomic. Gag Lift, cards that boost one of your gag tracks with a flat power increase. And Restock Scan, a card that restocks the gag track you're about to play. However, it is no exaggeration when we say the potential for holo cards is virtually endless. There's stronger gags, splitting gags, charging tune-up unites, charging other unites, doing damage, blocking your friends' damage, and I am just getting started. The list of ideas can only continue growing, and we're implementing more even right now. As more cards come along, we'll also be showing them off periodically on our social media, including our Twitter and YouTube. As we unveil the depths of Holohand's rarity system, deck types, and other mechanics in the future, we are determined to make this gizmo a true game changer, one that enriches Event Horizon's gameplay experience the whole way through. So if you want to take your cog-busting level light years further, put your hands up and draw. We'd like to show off some of our new gags in both new and old gag tracks, as well as explain a couple of new mechanics and rebalances. Tune-Up can now target cogs, providing a small self-heal based on the gag. Hitting a cog with a Tune-Up will also confuse them, applying stacks of Prank, which turn into extra damage the next time they are attacked. I'll say that's a pretty good way to turn heal. Trap remains a strong, perfect accuracy setup gag that can be triggered either by Lure or Stagger Expiration from Bonk. Sick moves, bro. Lure's knockback bonus has been decreased to 30% extra damage, down from 50%. At base, single target Lure lasts for an extra turn compared to their group target counterpart. Sound has been reworked into a group attack with high combo potential, but less front-loaded destruction power. It deals significantly less base damage than before, and no longer grants combo bonus. However, Sound's damage number now applies an environment effect called Resonance, which hits all cogs for a small amount of damage whenever a different gag hits them. Bonk is a new damage gag that applies Stagger, a damage reduction debuff with the ability to trigger traps when it expires. And, Smackerill. Throw is still an iconic, good old-fashioned damage gag. It also deals 10% more knockback damage with Lure. Did I hear something about delicious pancakes? Squirt has been given the ability to cleanse a buff from a cog when it's used as an attack. Squirt can now also target tunes, giving them a small heal, as well as cleansing some of their debuffs. For Atomic, we've taken a lot of steps to simplify the track so that anyone can shine in a pinch. Once a cog has any atoms, send them off with a bang with Atomic Blast. Drop remains the low accuracy powerhouse it always has been. Boink. Though it still misses on Lord cogs, Drop can hit staggered cogs. Anchors away. Finally, that was a good 5-6 minutes or so talking about holo cards, advanced builds, crazy gag mechanics, etc. We understand that many can be easily scared off by the game being too hard, too complicated, too fast. We can reassure you that our next steps in game design will focus on ease of access and better readability. Because ultimately, the game is still Toontown. Not everyone's inner kid wants to crunch out math problems and chessboards to play their favorite computer game. On the higher level, we're focusing on quality of life updates and user experience improvements in order to have players feel more in control of their Toon's abilities. In general, we're doing away with overly complex mechanics such as Horizon Talks 1's iteration of Atomic in favor of more contained systems that reduce all the numbers and variables a player needs to keep track of. We're aiming for that right balance of mayhem to flow state. There's a lot of chaos that can happen in every encounter, but the player shouldn't be overwhelmed simply for trying to keep up. In my personal opinion, being overwhelmed in a video game should be a choice. It can be fun, just not for everyone. Although Event Horizon's battle system will intentionally be very hard to truly master, it should still encourage players to improve their skills while not being overly punishing for casual players. This is because the system is designed to expand endlessly, and with it introduce ever-growing levels of challenge. There will be many who are willing to take that challenge.
and we will push them to their limits.
Our work here is far from over. You want to break free? Do it your own way.
Limits is arriving to the world of Event Horizon. Limit break runs are the challenge meant to keep your fire going. A tall, mysterious entity awaits you in front of the gates to conflict. By channeling your burning desire to grow stronger in mind and body, you can arrange with this strange entity a written series of customized restrictions and opposing strengths, also known as a pact. The terms written on this pact will make your life much, much harder, exactly as you desired. Most terms are enforced as environment effects, a system that displays status effects which affect the entire battle and can impact both tunes and cogs. These terms include Sadmosphere, a term effect that lightly damages all tunes every turn. Anger Management, a temper-altering term that causes some cogs to dangerously self-destruct if not handled in time. Time Crunch, a term effect that reduces the battle timer. And many, many more, pertaining to both cog battles and real-time battles. Should you find victory in a battle empowered by a pact, those terms will resolve and reward your spirits with an otherworldly energy known as Heat. Yes, it's Heat, or how extraordinarily an individual tries. Limit break runs are optional. Only you can choose the level of Heat you wish to challenge. But only through pursuit will you find knowledge deeper in the unknown. Uncover the truth with every victory. Who is this mysterious entity, and what purpose does it serve in offering to make you stronger?
I kind of want to say this, but
as stated earlier, for this episode of Horizon Talks, we have stowed away most visual assets that are still a work in progress. Since Horizon Talks 2 in June, our take on Toontown's art style and in-game looks has rebooted and evolved countless times.
Slenderman.
For many on the team, this project is the first taste of creating something cooperatively in a team of this size. With stronger creative pipelines established, we've decided to keep working on both old and new designs to ensure that they work well together in the big picture. At a very early point in development, basic models and shaders were thrown into the game in order to take a quick look at the final product we were looking to achieve. The first time shaders were shown in March was a display of Toontown models mixed with Panda 3D's pre-written stock shaders. And, well, yes, I admit, they can definitely look better. But I say, if they can, then they will. That is why we've decided to take the helm and begin writing a customized render pipeline in OpenGL shader language in order to fully capture the vivid aesthetic we have in mind for Event Horizon. This is entirely new territory for many of us and introduces several concerns such as hardware performance and compatibility. Still, learning a new scripting language and sharing our knowledge amongst the team has been such an exciting learning process so far. And as always, the shaders will be optional for those who would prefer a classic look. In conjunction with countless other in-game models and textures that will be remade and revamped from scratch, our graphical overhaul is a collaborative endeavor that scales up right next to, if not larger than, our game development overhauls. We really can't wait to show you the finished product. There's more to see than you could ever expect. As always, our development goals focus on 3 major aspects: core gameplay, player customization, and story writing. Although so far we've mostly dived into gameplay, we can give one quick update on the other things before we head off. We meant it when we said every species on our brand art is confirmed. Now that my particular favorite species is coded in, there is unfortunately no longer a need for me to make in-person appearances in this series. Sorry for getting your hopes up. Toontown Event Horizon's storyline will take on episodic form and unfold periodically over time. The plot and its characters have already been written out for years in advance, and it is now finding its way from page to player. However, this project is something we as a team are all sticking with for the long run.
Also, I just realized on the calendar, the year said 2013, and they wrote "Save the World" on September 19th, and I'm using the Wikipedia on my phone, and turns out Toontown Online was discontinued on September 19th, 2013. So basically, the Event Horizon team is basically having that part of their story, which is very interesting. And honestly, I actually did do that as well for my Toontown universe.
We are still internally discussing testing dates, but our confidence rises with every new step in progress, especially today. And that will do it for this month's Horizon Talks, folks. It has been an amazing experience and a great honor to lead this team so far, and there is no stopping in sight. If you've got the skills and are interested in joining the team, our applications on our website linked in the description are open for many positions, and we'd love to see what you've got. Thank you all for joining us. Have an amazing new year, and we'll see you once again in 2023.
There's one last Horizon talk.
A specialist or
that's the I'm showing how far the Event Horizon team has went through. Like they started doing this.
Fall. This.
Okay, like they started developing in 2021. They released their first Horizon talk in 2022. Well, they basically made 3 Event Horizon talks in 2022, and this one is from 2023.
Is what is left of a universe plunged into eternal dusk. A lone tomb sleeps beneath the horizon at the end of time. That fateful day has passed, and you rest in a false paradise. Something to replace a toony world that will never be seen again. Standing before you, the Infinisuite, a towering, vertically endless skyscraper that oversees your hazy resting place. You will climb, fight, seek out the summit of your slumber, and re-enter the light once again! This magical structure is a catalyst empowered by your curiosity. Every encounter is surrounded by visions of the new worlds of Toontown. Every trial proves that you are alive, and catharsis will find you at last! You will withstand. You will open your eyes. You will see that future come true. An anomaly, bruised rebellion against the fated void. Take that first step and challenge reality itself! And through this nightmare, you will keep on holding on.
Tunes of the Horizon. This is the new world. These playgrounds, entirely original environments created from the ground up, represent an entire planet located in a once unseen galaxy on the far side of the Tooniverse. Featuring their own subsets of native Toon species and a unique playful theme, each playground is part of a solar system that comprises the new Toontown. Yet, one great obstacle stands in your way before you can truly experience these new worlds. The time has come to begin your introspection and find the light that will awaken you from the dreamscape.
Welcome to the 4th installment of Horizon Talks, the official developer update and sneak peeks video series of our multiplayer fan game Toontown Event Horizon, currently in development. This September marks approximately 1.5 years since the beginning of Event Horizon as a team project. Time sure flies by fast, huh? There's still a lot of development to do before we can begin considering public playability. And as always, we thank you so much for your patience so far. We at the team are dedicated to making sure the wait will be worth it, and we're doing our best to provide you with content and previews on the side to ensure there's always something to grab your interest. And now, we begin our introspection. The great, mysterious dreamscape that encapsulates Arc Zero is something we've been developing and waiting to reveal for a very long time. This is a pivotal point in giving our project its distinct identity, and we'll be showing you how it works near the end of this presentation. This episode is all about glimpses, looking to the future. So how about we start with a glimpse at ourselves?
Welcome to Event Horizon's completely overhauled Make a Toon menu, a suite for you to create and fine-tune the tune of your dreams. When you begin your journey, your toon's appearance will be entirely randomized, and all options and tabs can be accessed with the click of the button. We have a lot of new customization features to cover, so let's go through them quickly. Toontown Event Horizon offers a selection of 35 total different Toon species, each with a unique voice and appearance. All Toon species heads have a variety of unique customization options to fit the bill. The original 9 species from Toontown Online have also received a significant makeover to fit in with the game style, so be ready to try something new. In the top right corner, we've introduced a streamlined Toon color picker to make your hues just right for you. The color picker allows you to adjust the color of multiple parts of your Toon at the same time, including special details such as muzzles, horns, and feet. See that? Eyes and eyelids have been completely revamped, featuring a plethora of options for 2D hand-drawn eyelids complete with their own blink animations. You can also customize and color your pupils. Eyelashes, along with skirts, can also be selected as separate options with no gender restriction whatsoever. In addition to traditional paws, your Toon can dip toe first into a pool of new pediatric options, including hooves, talons, claws, and webbed and two-toed options. Ready to take the first step to a brand new look? We can't wait to see the creativity come out of the community as they create a Toon that is true to them. Will you be a Toon with the species hailing from one of the new worlds? Or will you stay true to the originals? Whichever you choose, you will have the power to be who you want to be. Before we get into the details of the higher-ups, let's shed some light on the department ladder. Overcogs are now divided into tiers depending on their over-level amount, and their suit design changes accordingly. These suits are back in black. If a cog is left standing for too long, their clocked up meter will fill. If a cog becomes clocked up, watch out. Their attacks will become much more potent, and every single attack inflicts a unique status effect when it hits. Time is of the essence. I have some bad news regarding our robotic foes. Unfortunately, we do not have any new specialists to reveal today. a new division of cogs has revealed itself. Generalists are equipped with special abilities that put them a step above your typical cog, and up to 2 can show up in a fight at the same time. These cogs can spawn in building fights and boss fights under certain conditions, so be prepared to take them on at a moment's notice. The Pitchman. He's a master of marketing angles and is quick to get his associates in on his latest plan. Watch out for his deadly curveball. The Greenwasher. He seems to be a jolly square fellow, but he can be just as nasty as the rest. Able to wash down cogs of their debuffs, he'll use his specialty to keep up a clean fight. The Blamestormer. He does not take kindly to slander, but he's just as willing to tarnish the names of everyone else around them. He'll take you and your team by storm if you're not careful. The Bondholder. He's a binding professional, wielding the power of various bonds that hold toons accountable for other toons. The Change Agent. They're a multifaceted bunch, switching between 3 faces with very distinct moods. Once she's set on an emotion, be wary of her passive effects if you decide to go after them. The stronger cogs, known as specialists, are instead delegated exclusively to their own battle instances. The Backburner and a few new faces yet to be seen will be fought on their own, with wild twists to combat that you'd best be prepared for when the time comes. Toontown Event Horizon is tailored for an expansive yet easy to pick up battle system that modernizes the classic turn-based MMO party style. Here are a few ways combat has been simplified. An automated battle predictor allows you to preview the cog's health after everyone's selected gags are played, including after effects such as combo damage, lure knockback, and damage reduction. No longer will you have to guess through a multitude of multiplication to dish out just the right amount of silliness. Speaking of gags, the gag panel contains 8 levels of 9 gag tracks, a total of 72 gags useful in your robot bashing journey. And what if we told you they don't miss? All gags now have a 100% chance to hit. Lure, drop, throw, you name it. As long as you aren't under an accuracy debuff, you're guaranteed to make your mark no matter what gag you throw into the game. We've removed some outdated mechanics such as the 95% accuracy cap and accuracy bonuses, more commonly known as stuns, so keeping track of your prank's precision will be much less of a hassle, and you don't have to worry about those pesky cog dodges. And of course, all gag tracks have been revamped heavily to fit this new system. In the near future, we'll be showing off some short clips on our social media demonstrating how these gag tracks will play out. Stay tuned to find out more. Dreamscape. A wondrous, expansive void that entraps you deep within your own core. It seems like there's no escape, no way to leave. But why would you need one? This is your home now after all, right? This is the setting of Toontown Event Horizon Arc Zero, Dreamscape. Quite a mouthful, huh? In the very beginning, this strange island floating in the empty expanse of your toon's core will be the only area available to explore. The Infinisuite is the main structure and the great challenge of the Dreamscape. As its name suggests, it is an infinite building that compounds both toon and cog elements, a representation of the experiences in the past life of a toon. You may notice that the mainland of the Dreamscape, a lone floating island surrounded by a great nothingness, does not contain a gag shop, nor does it contain an operational trolley. Your only choice in the beginning is to enter the Infinisuite's inviting elevator, seemingly empty-handed. You can bring up to 3 other toons with you on an Infinisuite run. Inside begins the first vision. We find ourselves in Toonlantis, a playground from the new world. A lowly cog appears before you and engages in battle. the same as you would expect with your traditional cog building entry floor. But this is only the beginning. You begin the run with a random gag build. 3 tracks are selected for you, starting at level 2. There's no gag experience to be gained or used in this scenario. Let's get to the cog crashing, shall we? Once you take out the cog, the floor is completed, and you receive your rightful reward, an instant level up to one of your gag tracks, ready to be taken to floor 2. The same thing happens here. You fight a slightly stronger group of cogs, and your power grows the same. You scale your way up the Infinisuite, picking up all sorts of boons and benefits along the way. Laugh boosts, gag tracks, powerful holo cards, but the cogs too grow stronger in their efforts to stop your climb. Every 5 floors, you must face off against a powerful generalist in order to claim victory and step into a new vision of the future. And should you face defeat, lose all of your laugh, and become saddened, you will find yourself once again in the depths, on the surface of that false playground. Your progress too becomes a fading memory, as your entire inventory, your laugh, and gags all return to the very beginning. But all of this happens in much less than a single day, and you're ready to go back in whenever you want and start that climb again. If this type of challenge sounds familiar to you, it may be exactly what you're thinking. The Infinisuite is a roguelike. Rewards for a bountiful climb are planned to ensure each run brings you one step closer to the top. And finally, the Dreamscape will eventually be a host to other dreamlike challenges, also sharing that pick up and play nature. What lies behind these doors depicting a world past?
Hey everyone, I'm Buck, the creative director and one of the lead staff members of Toontown Event Horizon. We're almost at the end of our introspection, so let's finish off with some closing remarks. The plot of Event Horizon is divided into major story arcs expanding through the future, and Arc 0 is a preliminary stage of the game's story. When the player is finally able to escape the Dreamscape, they will immediately find themselves in a story-driven scenario in the new worlds filled with entirely original places to explore. The Dreamscape will still be available to all players regardless of story status. From the beginning, even before the beginning, Toontown Event Horizon was always intended to be more than just another revamped recreation of Toontown Online. Of course, in the past this was very hard to express without further development progress, but the idea that Event Horizon would be just another Toontown revival really just feels like one big red herring at this point. We are geared into making a fully fledged, entirely original fan game that acknowledges Toontown Online as part of its history, and our dedication throughout the past 18 months and our presentation today is our living proof of that. Of course, there already exist several fan-made revivals of Toontown Online standing today, many of which our staff and myself have played and gotten a lot of inspiration from. To put it simply, we would not be even close to this point without their amazing work. This community is a collection of so many unique creative visions, and all of us together put so much into keeping this community alive. I encourage everybody who's watching this to support these projects as well. And now, it seems we've come to the end of our introspection. Our Discord server is linked in the description for future discussions and previews, and we'd love to have you as a part of our little hub in the Toontown community. We're always looking for talent to help our team grow, and applications are available on our website if you want to contribute to this project. Thank you all for watching this Horizon Talks. And remember, you will keep on holding on.
Huh? Oh, okay, I see it, I see it, I see it. And that was the last Horizon talk as we speak. However, they in their server they did release some sneak peeks. Like they showed like all the faces of the cogs that you have to face. Okay, so what they so the set after the Horizon talk in 2023, there's been nothing since, but until 2024, I believe. Is it 2024? Yeah, 2024. They released the faces of the cogs, which they started with the cell bots, and and then they moved up to, you get the idea. My The loan shark is my favorite, to be honest, because like if you look at the loan shark long enough, it's probably gonna remind you who it reminds you of. And I'm probably gonna send you the image of it. You, you see the image that I sent? Yeah, don't the loan shark look like Chaz a little? And then they and my favorite on this one is actually the Spin Doctor. Like the old design of the Spin Doctor was basically just the tech just the retextured head of the telemarketer. But but for but but for Event Horizon's case, they just remade his head entirely. And they also did for the Yes Man. And Headhunter Hunter is my favorite in the boss bots because look at his face. Look at his face. like, like seriously, the new head of the Headhunter, like, his expression just lets out Daddy Dearest vibes. And another funny thing about this, that when I look at the micromanager, I was like, I have a feeling that the micromanager reminds me of Ina Mode from The Incredibles. It's like the one that says no capes. Like, she looks like Ina Mode, seriously. And then they showed the new cogs. The Wayfinder is my favorite, to be honest. And for the sneak peeks, they made renders of the cogs. I know. And and then like at the end of, well, near the end of to of 2020 2024, they they release all the gag showcases that they reworked with. It's just three of us here, and I don't play soundboards often. Okay, you see the video? You seen the video, Mickey? Okay. I know. Stream Deck? You mean Stream Deck? It's in videos. Where are the buttons? It... Oh, I did make a soundboard. I'm gonna take the picture of the soundboard and send it to you. Okay, I sent it to photography. You should see it. Yeah. Nothing. It's just a screensaver. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You see the video that I'm showing? Oh, okay. My bad.
Maintaining its status as main support, TuneUp is great for keeping allies laughing, while also keeping its choke rotation fresh. Just as before, TuneUp is your primary healing gag, restoring laugh to your fellow tunes. However, it also has the added feature of being able to target cogs, inflicting pranks, and giving the user a small self-heal. Pranks will cause the next gag that hits that cog a flat damage increase, boosting the hilarity of your practical jokes. However you use it, TuneUp is a support staple, and always handy while climbing the dangers of the Infinite Suite.
Most tunes will know about the power of sound gags and their capacity for area of effect damage, but in Toontown Event Horizon, they take on a bit of a different role. Sound's base damage is lower, instead emitting potent resonance into the air, which damages cogs when triggered by other single-target attacks. Furthering this identity as a supporting gag that builds up extra damage, it is climbed to second in the gag order, before Trap and Lore and after Tune-Up. This way, it can set up before every other attack gag, not interfere with lore, and create a full cacophony of chaos alongside your friends and their other gags. Still boasting the highest base damage of any gag track, Trap is excellent at blasting cogs into next week, with a new added twist to boot. In addition to luring cogs into them, Trap will also activate when the cog they're placed on misses an attack, stumbling face first into your clever ploy. This means with a little luck, you can get Trap's high damage without using someone's turn on lore. When combined with Bonk's stagger effect reducing cog accuracy, you can cause some toony torment by smacking a cog around, only for them to stumble in confusion into your waiting trap.
With tunes being able to use all their gags with perfect accuracy, the cogs have upgraded themselves to stay one step ahead. Their enhanced processors make them still able to attack while lured, but for greatly reduced damage. Despite this, Lure is still a powerful tool, enabling knockback damage for Throw, Squirt, with Throw getting bonus knockback as icing on the cake. Single target Lures also get more bonuses from being focused on one cog, adding an additional 10% knockback and providing even stronger damage reduction. You'll need every gag, buff, and boon you can get, so you can keep on holding on.
Cogs may have gotten resilient to Lure's stopping power, but their circuits will surely short when slugged by a smack roll. Bonk is a new gag for Event Horizon that swings for damage, doing less than Throw and more than Squirt, while also staggering Cogs at hits. Staggered Cogs will get an accuracy penalty, ranging by gag level from a significant chance to whiff to guaranteeing that they'll miss. Bonk will also still be able to trigger trap gags in addition to Lure. Overall, it's a gag that has strong uses for both offense and defense. Great for any tune ready to knock some heads.
After all the changes and new additions to the gag lineup, we come back to Throw. Compared to other gags, Throw hasn't changed much, but instead holds a spot as a reliable baseline for a wide range of situations. It lacks the additional effects of Squirt, Atomic, and Bonk, instead having higher base damage. Trap and drop hit harder, but require additional setup to use effectively. Throw is simple, easy to use damage that can be leaned on when more specialized gags can't use their niche. For new players and seasoned veterans alike, you can't go wrong with a pie to the face.
With a new set of skills ready to make a splash, Squirt gets a new lease on life with several new utilities. When used against Cogs, Squirt will cleanse beneficial status effects, removing buffs and defenses that they put up. Additionally, Squirt can be used on tunes, healing a small amount and removing negative effects. Clearing an effect will also boost the healing that Squirt gives to make it more worth your while. The Cogs may be diversifying their portfolio of attacks with status ailments and self boosts, but Squirt is the versatile jack-of-all-trades track that will help you deal with all their corporate nonsense.
Harnessing the power of silly science, Atomic is an Event Horizon original gag track with a variety of radical radioactive effects that can also dish out strong damage to clusters of cogs. Using Atomic deals light damage and applies atoms. Using it on a cog with atoms causes a high damage atomic blast that splits the atoms to adjacent cogs. Spreading atoms this way allows for a sequence of atomics to create a powerful atomic blast chain. Atoms will also cycle each turn through 4 different effects. Plutonium lowers attack damage, Actinium gives cogs a chance to not attack at all, Curium makes cogs damage themselves, and Thorium will cause damage to other cogs. Atomic is a lot to handle, but with some practice and quick thinking, you'll be more than a match for the cogs as a master of the atoms.
With all gags being fully accurate, Toons will never again have to wonder if their drop gags will hit. The question they'll be asking instead is where. When using drop, Toons don't choose a target. Instead, the drop gag will check which cog has the lowest HP when drop resolves, and hit that target. While a high damage attack that only hits low HP cogs might seem unintuitive, with careful use of the battle predictor, and the fact that lowering a cog makes drop ignore them entirely, you can set up with earlier gags to send your falling foray right where you want it to go.
Yeah, and since we're in December and we're almost at the end of 2024, there could be a possible chance that Event Horizon will become playable. We don't know when, we don't know if it would happen, we don't know if there will be backpedals, but due to how far they've come when I'm in their server, I have some faith that they probably finish it. They'll probably finish it and release it. Nah. I don't think so we have. She's talking about Rainmaker. Someone lagging? Someone's lagging already? Jeez. What? Why me? I'll just drop. I get hit with an AoE. Another storm attack? Are you serious? Okay, I need to heal. I need to heal this person. They are half health. They're gonna get messed up if I don't heal them. Oh, it missed. What? I didn't attack you. Bruh, I just okay. Okay, that person probably panicked. Please no AoE. Please stop attacking the same person. Oh, that person's gonna die. Never mind. Why are you using I? Right. I saw Rainmaker on the right. Okay. YOLO! YOLO indeed! Ow. Hey, yo, what was that damage? Hi, Barrister. It missed. How much health does she have? Oh boy. Are we just gonna zap her? animation. What the heck? Wait, how did it work? We need to like aggro Rainmaker, because if we don't stop her now, she's gonna beat all of us up. Oh, this guy has a damage boost. Wait, does this guy? I just noticed this guy has low resist. Oh, we're gonna get messed up. I'm gonna hover. I'm gonna have to hover just in case. As long as this guy doesn't use AoE, we should be okay. Okay, he did use AoE. What was that dick? No. Not. Like that's gonna do anything, or wait, are they gonna shuffle? I have a feeling that she just went somewhere. Okay, they didn't move. They didn't move anywhere. That's good. Please no AoE. I just used my... Don't finger wag me! What is wrong with you? Wait, where'd the other person go? Bruh, nah. I'm gonna wing it. They're probably gonna unlore this round. They're probably gonna unlore this round. We're probably done for. It's gonna miss. Never mind. Oh, I missed. Please no. Don't throw a book at me. Ow! Are you guys still in? Are you guys Maybe right. Oh no! Oh no! We are toast. We are toast. You guys have drop. You don't have drop? me! Bruh! Apparently those guys got hurt also. Why are you throwing Storm Cell again? Yeah, GG. It's GG. If you need tune-up XP, do that now. I don't. Me either. But I'm gonna heal you. I think I know what you're talking about. What? He's in a full district? What? How can you be in a full district? Hold on, I gotta reach out to him. Right. gone. Time to throw snowballs. I'm gonna throw snowballs. Okay, I was about to say, where's the other person? Okay, so that's what I have to do. The heck was that? think that's it for now. Well, that's all. That's all for today. To anyone who is still in the stream, thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. Merry Christmas. I hope you get some great gifts this Christmas. And got nothing else to say. Jeez. But yeah, I generally hope that Toontown Event Horizon comes out in 2025. Probably in around we'll probably get Event Horizon to be released around spring, I bet. Like based on what I see from the Event Horizon devs, based on what I saw from the Event Horizon developers on how much progress they made, I could probably predict that they're probably going to release Toontown Event Horizon around spring or summer. I don't know. Anyway, this is Green Baby Kitten 2, and I'm ready to stop streaming.